A prolonged and potentially dangerous stretch of severe weather is now underway across the United States, and this is not a one-day event. This is a multi-day setup that could impact over 100 million people, with tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds all on the table. The first wave is already beginning to develop, but the bigger concern is what happens as we head into early next week, where conditions could line up for a much more significant severe weather outbreak. Right now, the overall pattern shows a strong storm system organizing across the central U.S., pulling in warm, moisture-rich air from the south, while colder air pushes in from the west. That clash of air masses is what's fueling this extended severe weather threat. Starting today, Saturday, thunderstorms are expected to develop through the afternoon and evening, especially across parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and stretching north toward the Midwest. By late afternoon into the evening hours, storms will begin to intensify. Some of these storms could turn severe, producing damaging wind gusts between 50 and 70 miles per hour, along with large hail. As we move into the overnight hours, storms will remain active, especially across central Texas and Oklahoma, where heavy rainfall could lead to flash flooding concerns. Sunday becomes more uncertain. There will likely be storms in the morning, but whether stronger storms redevelop in the afternoon depends on how quickly the atmosphere can recover. If storms do form, they could become severe quickly. Monday and Tuesday are the days to watch very closely. That's when this system could become much more organized and dangerous, with a broader area at risk for severe weather, including the potential for multiple tornadoes. Across Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, storms today will bring the risk of damaging winds and large hail. Cities like Wichita Falls, Abilene, San Angelo, and Oklahoma City should stay especially alert. Further north into areas like Kansas City and even parts of Iowa and southern Minnesota, storms could also bring hail and isolated tornado potential later this afternoon and evening. As we move into Sunday, areas from Dallas to Wichita and up toward parts of Nebraska could see another round of severe weather if storms develop along the dry line. By Monday, the threat expands. We're watching two main areas, one across Texas and Oklahoma and another across the Midwest, including Minnesota and Wisconsin. Both regions could see strong storms capable of producing hail, damaging winds, and a few tornadoes. Tuesday is shaping up to be the most significant day in this entire stretch. The severe weather threat could extend from Dallas all the way to Detroit, including major cities like Des Moines, Minneapolis, and Kansas City. This is where we could see a more organized setup with supercells developing. If storms remain isolated, that increases the risk of tornadoes. If they form into lines, damaging winds become the bigger concern. Either way, impacts could be widespread. Today's storms will mainly produce wind gusts between 50 to 70 miles per hour, with hail potentially reaching golf ball size or larger. In some areas, especially where isolated supercells develop, hail could reach up to 2 inches in diameter. Rainfall totals across parts of Texas and Oklahoma could reach 2 to 4 inches, with isolated areas seeing up to 6 inches, raising the risk of flash flooding. By Tuesday, conditions become even more favorable for severe weather. Strong wind shear, increasing moisture, and instability will support the development of rotating storms capable of producing tornadoes. There is also the potential for very large hail, possibly baseball-sized, especially across parts of Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. This kind of setup can quickly lead to dangerous conditions. Roads may become slick during heavy rainfall, and visibility could drop quickly in stronger storms. Flash flooding could develop in low-lying areas, especially overnight. Large hail can cause damage to vehicles and property, while strong wind gusts may bring down tree branches and power lines, leading to isolated outages. If tornadoes develop, conditions can deteriorate rapidly, especially during the evening or overnight hours when visibility is low. Travel plans across the central U.S. and Midwest may be impacted, particularly during peak storm times in the afternoon and evening. Next 24 to 72 hours outlook. Looking ahead, Monday brings increasing confidence in more widespread severe weather, though some uncertainty remains depending on how storms develop. Tuesday stands out as the most concerning day, with a higher likelihood of organized severe storms and a potential tornado outbreak if conditions align. By Wednesday, storms are expected to continue across a large portion of the country, from Texas into the Midwest and Ohio Valley, with ongoing risks of damaging winds, hail, and a few tornadoes. Even beyond that, the pattern may stay active, meaning additional rounds of storms could develop later in the week. This is a dynamic and evolving weather situation, and conditions can change quickly from day to day. If you live anywhere from Texas through the Midwest and into the Great Lakes, now is the time to stay weather aware, have alerts enabled, and be prepared for rapidly changing conditions. We'll continue to track this system closely as new data comes in and provide updates as needed.